welcome to another episode of the Coach Soccer Podcast for us, by us, talking about the intersection of Black culture and soccer. Yes, it has been a minute. Yes, we are still here. And yes, we are still chilling. Got your boy here, Greggo here. As always, it's my main man, TK on the ones and twos. How you feeling, boss?
Everything and nothing all at the same time, like I said earlier.
That's a very rounding sound of approval, and I appreciate that. And at long last, it has been far too long.
I can't remember the last time.
Yes, we have the ladies of Shea. See, I can still do it. I can still do it.
You did it.
Yeah, that was
without
a
effects.
sample
So,
accurate.
The originator can still do it. But what's up, ladies?
Yeah, hit us up for voiceover work.
Catching up on sleep still. Think I'm finally not tired from this weekend, and a couple weekends ago I went to the national team game. So
you've been catching up on sleep pretty much since like August, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like the last time you were on, this was like before the Women's World Cup. This was like, I think even before the early part of the Challenge Cup. I'm like, a lot's happened. A lot has happened, man. A lot has happened. Just waiting for the money to follow. But yes, a lot has happened. Now, about a year ago, we were in DC. We were at the NWSL Championship last year up that way. And of course, we were there with y'all last year. And the sentiment that I got was that, everybody was like showering Shea Butter with all this love. Like, oh my God, I'm a big fan. And the significant turn of events this year is that y'all got one big enemy.
Which one?
Oh wow.
Yeah, which one?
Let's start with the number 10.
Just the big bad.
Are you talking about Girly?
To be fair, she's everyone to me, so.
Right. I was like, is
that
there
she have friends is really
who ain't been blocked? The question should be who ain't been blocked by
me,
her.
damn it. Right. Wrong. I blocked her, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not on the list yet.
I've been blocked.
I just blocked her instead because it felt good to me.
I think she blocked me. She blocked me, then unblocked me, then blocked me again.
But you got blocked and you didn't even use her name. Like, I don't even know how she found you.
Yeah, the first time I didn't use her name, I just said participation trophy. Yeah. And she found out and got mad.
I don't know how that happened.
But then the next times I've had viral tweets where I called her ass out. And I know she saw it and was mad. That's why, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I need to understand something real quick. Because, you're talking about somebody who's won multiple World Cups, at least one or two Olympic gold medals. And you just, this is what you do. Like, you just hang out on the Twix box and just say, who's talking about me right now? And do I like this opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's she on that, I don't know, that narcissism. I don't know, man. That's like, you ain't got nothing to do. Like, what are you doing? You grown. What are you doing?
She might be going through some things.
You ain't got no job. I don't know.
Do we really know what's going on in her personal life?
I don't know, man. She married and avoiding FedEx drivers.
That's for a therapist to talk about.
Does she have a small dog? She might need a small dog.
I don't know, man. No, she don't. She don't need no. I'm like, what? She be going to beef with keyboard warriors and shit. I have never seen. I ain't never seen nobody search their name like this.
Yeah,
right.
I think there's a lot of
Google
name
myself.
searching, and I think honestly, she's probably trying to figure out what to do with her life next. I don't know some people don't know what to do when they leave sports. Like, they don't quite know what to do with retirement, and that's not just sports. That's life, right? Like, my best friend's dad mows the lawn all the time. He overwaters it so he can mow it because he don't know what to do. And that man was a doctor. Like, he don't know what to do with his downtime. So, like, that's true in life. But, I've said in the past few episodes, like, I think she's just a deeply unhappy person. And when you're deeply unhappy, you don't particularly like when other people are happy, and you don't understand how people can find that balance in their lives. And I think she needs a whole lot of therapy that she doesn't seem to want to get. I know she's not in therapy because she's not moving like somebody who's in therapy. So yeah,
basically.
But she's also a name, and she's going to get paid, and being a contrarian and being argumentative pays her, and so she wants money, right? She doesn't come from money.
Let's go into this. We're going into this Alexi villain arc. Let's go. Let's go let's see where that takes us. I'm like, this is just absolute. I need to know something, like, because like I said, y'all had this interaction. You said that she gave y'all this stare.
I didn't look. Sky saw.
She gave me a stare.
Saw her,
okay.
But I was like interviewing people in the mix zone, so I didn't really get a chance to look.
Yeah, she gave.
The suit was very loud.
It was in between.
It was very hard to miss her.
She looked like a light blue purple.
Yeah,
Smurf.
it was like Smurf.
I mean,
it was a Smurf color suit. It was hard to miss.
She light blue Smurf. Whatever.
Oh no.
But no, she was waltzing over and then looked over. And the reason I know she gave me a stank look, because she looked at me and then did a double take and shot me a look. And I was like, what? And then still kind of sort of turned around.
Well, you said something.
And she kind of looked.
Here, so like, I turned and called
Yeah, you didn't see it, but she looked at you.
That's fine.
And I was like, oh, she really directed that stank look.
You.
And so I just looked at her because she looked me up and down. And then she gave the two dudes look too. And I was like, man, she don't get the fuck. But then whoever came, because it was before Megan Rapinoe came in the mix.
Yeah,
it was whoever was before that.
For a while, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah. But it's okay.
Couldn't have been more
I said what I said. I tweet what I tweet. If she was like, if she got beef, she can find me.
Staying on
business. Staying on business. All I said is, listen, Greggo, I'm from Petersburg. Ain't but so much conversation. I'm not arguing with somebody who can't fight.
That's true.
Like, if she can fight, she wouldn't talk that much. So I ain't arguing with somebody who can't fight.
I mean,
true.
And we independent media, and if we got to fighting, I feel like people would be on my side.
Actually, yeah. I mean, all this considered,
I don't want to. I ain't gonna start it, but I'll finish it.
Well, yeah, that's it.
804 all day, baby.
Man. So what were the good parts about? Of course, we're talking about this past weekend. We had the NWSL Championship up in San Diego, and of course we'll get to the final in a second. But like what are the good experiences from this weekend? Because like y'all didn't have to drive that far, so y'all had that going for you. Like what was good? What was good?
I mean, honestly, most of the weekend was good. It was exhausting.
Yeah, most of the weekend was good.
So I was actually working 2 jobs. So I was also working for Ride of the Valkyries because my team wasn't there. Like the MLS playoffs were the day before. So a lot of people were covering Seattle. So I was the only like media person who was there as media to cover the team. So I had to do a little bit of extra work there as well. Shout out to them. And then I was also there in capacity for Shea Butter FC. So I had a blast. I was just very tired, and I probably should have hung out with my friends more. I'm very sorry. I love my people. But I was getting pulled in a lot of different directions. We got in Thursday afternoon. Sky, you went to Media Day, right?
Yes, I went to Media Day. And I will say this, the league got to space out the events because Media Day was on Thursday. And it started at ridiculous time where most people were coming into town. And so I got there at like 3. And so you actually can walk up to the teams and talk to all people on the team. And ask them questions or shoot video content or whatever. And then they serve food. And then you could touch the trophy if you wanted to. Kev was up there manning the trophy. But you could talk to people. They served food. They did press conferences. It was pretty cool because you got to meet other media people. And I stayed at the Indigo Hotel, so I was near the San Diego Stadium. And the Media Day was around the corner. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't remember. We got into town on Thursday. I can't remember what event it was, or maybe I just chilled. We went out to, I guess, quote unquote, K San Diego on Thursday night. It's pretty cool. As a city, I like it. Everything's on a cliff. Like, I didn't realize that. Like, every house is like, there's just cliffs full of houses. It's a it's view wise, it's beautiful to look at. I wish I had been able to see more of the city. But But yeah, it wasn't bad. It was also keeping in mind it was Veterans Day weekend in one of the most military towns in the country. So it was just a lot of people in San Diego, and there was other events going on. So everybody was sharing the space, so to speak. But the game itself got a lot of space, a lot of time, but they had everything sort of stacked on each other, like Sky said. So there's no way, even as media, you could get to everything. Right. So like Friday we went to the DEI event.
Yeah, interesting. I wanted to ask about that because just from the little bit that I saw on the Twix box, like definitely sounded like there were a lot of at least initially there wasn't a lot of representation. I mean, of course we talk about DEI, and I don't think until Coach Yo got on, like, there weren't any black faces really involved. I'm like, yeah, like, you might want to remember diversity means people other than white people.
Know where we're going.
But yeah, tell us about that.
Sure. I'm going to go with bits and pieces because you cut out a little bit again there. But I heard Coach Yo. So, yeah, it was a summit like last year. I guess upside is they invited more people. Not us. We got invited by somebody else. They never invite us.
The love-hate relationship between y'all and various people in NWSL is just absolutely fascinating. It really is.
It is, right? We have some really good comrades, some really good allies in the space. But yeah, we got to go. We saw our little sister Kaya there. She was in town for the weekend. Obviously, she's from the San Diego area. So
shout out to Kaya.
Yeah, she came back, and we met Mama Kaya too. Shout out.
What?
The weekend.
Yeah.
Mama Kaya is very fun. Very fun.
Yes. Almost threw out of hill because of Mama Kaya.
She's living younger than me. Man. But yeah, and like the usuals, like we saw Tamara and some of our other colleagues there.
Group chat 87 made it out. I saw.
Group chat was popping all weekend. And we were in the same place sometimes. That's very funny. So yeah, like the event. So one of my initial pushbacks, and again, I think they're easy wins. You have a DEI summit, and your host is a white woman who isn't particularly involved in the soccer world. She very much hit us with, "I am the mother."
She's a mother to a son.
Who plays soccer, but she's from the egg. She did journalism in the area and stuff. Like, I get trying to make the local connection, but like, there's black and brown people in San Diego. I feel very strongly about that because I saw a lot of them. I feel like, we could have done some other things differently there in terms of just picking a host. The first panel, to me, my biggest issue was like the power dynamics on that stage. I don't think the people on the stage were bad in any way, but like, you had the one person of color. It was a young Latina woman from downtown Los Angeles, who had a fairly traumatic journey the past few years through soccer, and hadn't really been scouted and didn't get to play at the next level, even though she had talent. Story of U.S. soccer in many ways. But having to retell that story, and then her coach from that DTLA FC club was there. A gentleman who does, Success U or something like Success U, I think is the name of his company, which basically gets young people who are playing soccer to college, but takes them through the entire academic process, not just the recruitment process. And then you had Tatiana Haney, I think is how you say her last name, who is essentially the sporting director for the NWSL, for lack of a better word. And there were some really good conversations about the youth system. The gentleman who runs Success U was like, listen, U.S. soccer ain't gonna get it together in time, so we got to find workarounds, and that's sort of why he created what he created, which isn't untrue, by the way. But yeah, it was just this really, it wasn't the greatest panel, just in terms of how it was set up, and that became more evident when the second panel happened. Because for all the diversity they didn't have in the first panel, they clearly saved it for the second one. And that panel had 3 black women on it. And so it was Michelle Alozie, the player for the Houston Dash and Nigerian national team, Karina LeBlanc, the GM for the Portland Thorns, and Coach Yo Thomas, like you said, assistant coach for the Orlando Pride. And then the 4th person on stage was Megan Burke, who's the executive director of the Players Association, and somebody that, full disclosure, Guy and I have a fantastic relationship with. And so,
yeah, she's good people. She's good people.
Really
I remember her from last year.
Yeah, like just really wants to get the game.
I still want my hat.
And played herself, obviously. So that was a really good one. I guess it talked about, the official title of that panel was diverse voices in soccer or something like that. But they got real. I think Coach Yo was probably holding back a little bit.
I do remember. I remember some quotes from Karina LeBlanc.
But yeah, it was really to the person had something to say. And I will say, I don't know a lot about Karina LeBlanc, right? Most of the stuff I've heard has been secondhand, thirdhand. I did not expect her to spit the way she was spitting on that stage. She had a lot of really good things to say. I also think she's very tired. I imagine working with that organization is exhausting. But she played there, and I think she's committed to it. And yeah, so it's really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen 3 black women on a panel for soccer unless it's the Black Coaches Association or something. I did not have that expectation of the league, so I was pleasantly surprised, and I thought it was a very good panel. I thought some of the questions were... I would not have phrased them that way. Trying to be really nice. I would not have phrased them that way.
There was a what are the problems with diversity?
What are the negatives of diversity? Negatives to that extent. To Megan Burke's credit, her very first answer was there are no negatives. It's a DEI summit. I need us to... I know it... I want to assume the best of
bless their hearts.
But I was
bless their hearts. That's all you can really say. Bless their hearts.
Yeah, very something. Bless their hearts. But really good panel. That one was. We took a break after that. One of my former students now works for Megan Burke, so I got to see her, and I was just very proud and very excited. And then we came back for about half of the 3rd panel, which was also good. It was about corporate sponsors and community sponsors and sort of what it looks like to get buy-in from them and what they can do and, where the other places in the sport might be for people to get in and help. And we know some people on that panel too, so it's very good. But overall, nice event. It was out by Mission Bay, which is really nice, close to SeaWorld and I think just SeaWorld. So yeah, that was our morning. And then we both went our separate ways until the skills competition, right?
Which I'm honestly just annoyed that they did not stream this because, of course, they showed highlights.
They didn't need to.
It's the first year.
Wait, you froze.
Fair, but just I guess they gotta prove a concept because I'm anytime you can just show off the talents of your players, the personalities of your players, which I think in both MLS and NWSL you don't get enough of. Do that shit. And hopefully it's something that they're committed to doing so that way next year. It'll be even bigger and you'll have more coverage and, it keeps this thing going. But yeah. And of course, finally getting to the final on Saturday, OL Reign, or hopefully soon to be Seattle Reign once again. Against damn, why am I drawing a blank right now? I'm it's late over here, so forgive me. But
Gotham.
Yeah. Batty.
The Bats, yeah, the Bats.
Yes. And we would be remiss if we did not just take note in just the right first thing in the game, of course, we're going into Meg Rapinoe's last game, Ali Krieger's last game, and as soon as I saw it on TV, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
The pitch.
It was...
Yeah.
Because, the way that Megan Rapinoe just dropped on the ground, I was like, that's done. Whatever it is, it's done.
She knew it.
And like when I saw them like roll her sock up, I was like, she really popped her Achilles in her last game. Like,
I'm sorry, Megan Rapinoe said I yeeted my Achilles.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Yeeted that shit.
Yo, that was funny as hell when she said that in the song.
Yeah. She looked at Rose and just laughed. And she was like, I did my Achilles. Like, this is bull. She's like, yo, get out of here. She's like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
And I knew it was a wrap when that happened.
Yeah.
Technically, we don't have another player like that. So, I think it was a valiant effort, and it woke Rose Lavelle up.
Yes.
She went. She was like, I need y'all to remember who the fuck I am.
You know, it's you know what? Of course, me and TK being on the East Coast, it's sometimes it's easy for us to forget, you know, a lot of what's going on the West Coast. But yes, Owen Rain had a great year. Even I'm even gonna give a shout out to Angel City because y'all did at least make the playoffs this year. Scott, I'm proud of y'all. Proud of y'all.
Why is it y'all? I am a supporter of the team.
All right.
There you go.
My favorite
There
players.
you go.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
When they get a midfield, I can entertain. I'm not doing this shit where the Falcons are garbage. The Braves can't fucking get past
Philly,
a divisional situation. Philly, a divisional opponent. Like
I haven't gotten a Falcons.
Georgia Tech
is
a baby team.
They can't swag surf and save their life. But you know, hey, we'll get to that in a bit. But yes,
they're only good for beating rivals.
But I thought it was a good game. I thought in terms of finals, like it was incredibly competitive. Like the stats bear that out. It was incredibly even. It's one thing here, one thing there. You know, we didn't mark somebody on a set piece and she gets the header for the goal. We miss a wide open one off of just sickness that Roosevelt did in the midfield to get that pass off. And then there's madness. There's chaos. People who wanted chaos got it at the end.
They got the craziest chaos at that because
the end was wild.
They stuck that replay for about a good 15 minutes, and of course, once you just realize what happened, of course, you had the Gotham keeper. Their body is still in the box. Their hands are clearly outside the box, and of course, they try to knock it out. And it's like it's plain as day. Like you wouldn't even really need VAR like that for real. And yeah, it was like, oh, yeah, that's a red. Of course, you're in like the 91st minute. And you're like, oh, yeah, this is a really a bad time to be doing some red card shit.
It's actually a smart red card though, just because.
For the foul itself, yes, because that's like Luis Suarez type shit.
That goal was a goal, so she had to do that, and she knew it when she did it. And at that point, you've got maybe 4 or 5 minutes to kill at max. And so, I mean, she took the risk, and it pays off. I really wish Lavelle had gone high on that free kick because it probably goes in. But because she's not tall.
She wasn't tall.
She's not a goalkeeper.
She is swimming in that net. I'm like, good Lord, just all you gotta do is just get a little bit of curve, and that's done.
That's a wrap. And Rose is one of the best at that in the world. Yeah, so it's, you know, like, it sucks to lose, like, and to have to go and do interviews right after you lose. But I'm also a professional, so I did that, and I quite enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, it's a great story for Gotham. Midge Purce was absolutely cooking. I think she also needed to remind people who the fuck she was, and did on a big stage, right? I hope Blacko was watching.
I hope Blacko was watching. I hope Blacko got that shit on DVR. Because, like, I feel like this whole year has just been weird for Midge Purce. You know, being hurt for, like, the first half of the year. So, ended up, missing on the World Cup squad. And really, if you really want to go back to it, of course, even last year, just, getting the Crystal Dunn treatment, basically having to get played over at right back. And I'm like, dog, like you have a woman that can ball for you as a winger. Yeah. And you're saying, nah, let's just go ahead and move her back to the fullback. I'm like, dog.
Yeah,
like and we're going to get to the new leader of the house in a short
ready
bit.
When we get there. I'm ready to talk.
But yes, Midge Purce Lynn Williams, getting that first goal. I mean, the melanin was just absolutely it just lathered your whole body. It was just that good. And I don't think there was any other choice that you could have as far as the player of the match but Midge. And I'm hoping that Emma was watching. I'm pretty sure she was. And I'm just like, yeah, like that's someone that really we need to get right with, because Midge more than warrants being back in the fold. I'm hoping that this, puts her in a very strong position, to make it to Paris next year. Because
I think she's in the running.
I have a lot of questions as far as where the women's roster goes forward. Of course, now with Emma Hayes in charge, but all in all, did you watch any of the final, TK?
Nope, had to catch highlight.
You and the kids, man.
Yeah, he's got little ones,
man.
You don't stay up like that.
Yeah, man. I'm in a weird transitional period right now. Arlo's growing teeth. He's walking, almost walking.
Oh no!
So, yeah, you're not sleeping like
teething.
that.
You're not to segue this about.
Yeah. Well, Miss Gossifine, while you over there, about to get your grub, what were your thoughts on the final?
It was it was fun. It wasn't boring. I think the past few years, the finals have been kind of
one-sided, yeah.
But this year's was hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Y'all hear me?
No, you good. You good.
Okay. This year, the final was adventurous. I wanted peak chaos, and we got it. We almost got extra time. I wanted 50 billion rounds of penalty kicks. But we almost got drama.
We did.
Still was all emotional, but it was entertaining. I'm sorry y'all had to suffer through the fucking ESPN swivel cam. That wasn't even ESPN. That was whatever the fuck cam that was from the high up angle.
They tried to go step up the production game. I mean,
I saw the angle. Y'all didn't even see how Midge cooked them up. Y'all didn't even get the right angle how Midge cooked.
See, now,
I saw that was scoring before it happened.
Was that Georgia that they got that field shot? Because that one was that one. Yeah, it caught all of that.
Yeah.
Shout out to GA for that one. So, because
speaking of somebody who's come a long way in a year, listen.
Hey, GA, we love you. And,
I told her yesterday. We told her that press photo was going to change her life, and it did. I was like, it's a perfect shot.
Hey,
and it's a superstar. You always gonna make it. Listen.
Once you get that money shot, it's like, hey, we coming to you.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Georgia for that. But this, of course, this gives. Of course, we've been gone for so long that I feel like we kind of missed the preceding drama with Gotham going into the playoffs with the captain Ali Krieger and her ex. Now I don't know if the final is the divorce even final yet. I just know that she was married to Ashlyn Harris. Ashlyn Harris said just went in and just ran off with this actress chick and said, "Nah, I'm gonna go ahead." And she went pure sunshine and said, "Hey, I ain't coming back. I'm leaving you and the kids. Bye."
No, not a Harlem Nights reference. My goodness.
Wow.
My goodness.
Yes. Wow. That's what happened.
That's a culture reference, right? Woo. That's one of my favorite movies. About
Say what happened.
That's very funny.
Yes, and
I love that movie. Oh my heart.
And I don't know, maybe she just thought that, people would just understand. I'm like, no, you just left your wife and your kids. Just as much as any dude that does that, you're like, no, oh no, you getting this smoke too. And Ali Krieger responded with, a great playoff run, leading Gotham to the NWSL Championship. And all I know is Carly and Ashley never won a championship with Gotham, but
Carly gets a trophy though, or she gets a whatever. She gets a ring. She gets a medal. So that's unfortunate.
She gets a medal.
It's mostly good news, but not all.
Yeah. Eli gets a ring.
It's a good story, right? I think just as a franchise, it's sort of that worst to first thing. I think that team itself is not very much the same from last year. They bought in a lot of pieces, including Lynn Williams.
Lynn Williams is a walking dynasty. I mean,
to me, that's the face of the NWS. That is the most NWSL player we've ever had.
Yeah, like
from Fresno.
From Fresno. That's how I know she can fight.
Fresno.
You don't let the come out of Fresno if you can't fight. I don't think she wants to. She's very nice, but like, yeah, Fresno different, fam. Fresno real different.
She looked like she would not hurt a fly, but don't test it. But don't test
exactly.
It.
If she has to, right? She and Becky Solomon got that. I don't really want to fight, but if I got to, run energy. But yeah, so I mean, I was really happy, and we got to interview a lot of the Gotham players afterwards in the mix zone, and you can't really be sad when they're so happy. And shout out to the players that came directly over to Shea Butter. Like, we had several. Like, I know Sky has let go of some of the audio from the mix zone, but we got like Kristen Edmonds and Yasmin Ryan. Midge Purce came over to us. Like, that's Midge Purce. She's won an MVP. And so yeah, it was really cool. It felt like, oh, okay, the players know what's up. Like, they clearly are at least aware. So it was really nice. We got a little bit of everybody from both teams. And yeah, it was just really cool to be in that setting, though it's real loud in that tunnel when they're packing up and backing up lifts and stuff like that while you're trying to talk to players. So like by the time Pino got there, it was almost the end and they had broken everything down. It was just like beeping and all these noises that didn't need to be there. But yeah, it was a really cool experience. Like I said, that pitch can't be that pitch. Like,
that pitch.
And the Gold Cup is
the
there,
sad
man.
part is that was
there.
actually better from the last game with the Rain and YV, because I was like, that, like, last week they still had like a lot of the San Diego State paint still on there. Like, they tried to get as much as they could off for this game, but it's like all I just kept thinking about was that you're about to have the MLS team coming in 25. Apparently they're supposed to have a rugby
billing,
team.
By the way, who gets higher billing than Wave, who have been there longer.
They were Supporter Shield champs this year. Like,
yeah. I think your face is frozen, but that should be your face.
Yeah, we're like, back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were Supporter Shield champs. I'm like, you know, I like, and it's not like, you know, they're coming right behind with the others. So it's like, if anything, they should be equal. If not, YV be slightly hit, because they're actually good. You know? Yeah. At least as long as they keep Gurma. So yeah.
What are you smashing right now? You are loud. He is so loud. Sorry. Yeah, like it'll be interesting to see what they do. I think they get one more season to themselves, and then that team comes obviously at the expense of the Loyal, which I think a whole lot of people are really sad about. I don't know if it's directly that, but it feels like it.
No, it's definitely direct effect. Which, I mean,
yeah, it is.
That
you can see that from the East Coast.
I might get up in that two up or two down, but yeah, like, it's just unfortunate because, like, you basically had a situation where they were working with the Loyal as far as coming in, and all of a sudden, these guys, one of the guys from the Premier League, said, "Hey, I got a whole bunch of money, get me in," and that was it.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
But yeah, that was our weekend, and that was sort of the last event of the day. There was, Sunday was a everybody goes home day, which is what we did.
Bye.
And you can listen to some of what we did at the skills challenge, but to me, that was the highlight of the weekend. Obviously, it needs to have some organization, some rules around it, but I think that has the ability to be a really big deal for the league. What they did get right, in my opinion, was who they got to participate. They got some of the best personalities. Like, you had Lola Bonta, free agent Crystal Dunn, who was like, I'm on the market.
Free
like, she's
agent
unabashedly.
Crystal Dunn.
Free agent Crystal Dunn is fun because she is shameless. Like, it is phenomenal to watch this. Like, she deserves to be courted. Like, it's Crystal Dunn. And people are calling. Like, I heard everybody trying except Portland because she's not going back there. But and you had like you had Michelle Lozé coming off of this phenomenal year for club and country, who is if this league doesn't find a way to market her, I don't know what to tell you. She's one of the best personalities, and she connects so well with the audience. Like, and she's really smart. Obviously, we know she's studying to be an MD.
And not to mention,
yeah, all right, like just in her down. This is her other job. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Not to mention, like, on Friday they announced a new media deal. So like they're going to be on CBS, ESPN.
Exactly.
Where else?
And you had that. You had Messiah, and then you had. Listen, I had some idea, but until you see it, you don't understand how much they adore Jaden Shaw in San Diego. Like, it is.
Oh yeah.
Watching this city adore this 19-year-old black girl, right? And these kids are just like, "Where's Jaden? Where's Jaden?" Like, obsessively, like they're in love with her. And she loves them back, and she tries to get every single kid and every single person. Like, she's just a solid young player. Like, you know how I feel. Like, I think she's incredibly intelligent on the pitch. I think she can do things that not a lot of other players in the pool can do. But just to watch, like, the adoration for her at such a young age, and such an early start in her professional career, right? She's always going to crave that, right? Wherever she goes, she's going to have to get that. Like, the standard is that high for her, and so.
And just had her debut with the national team. And,
yeah.
Like,
well, I think she'll be getting another call up. Yeah, I think we're
good.
Yeah. I think we're good.
You know, because, I mean, I was going to take a break, but let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's do it live. Because it just got announced, and buddy.
Look at my face. Look at my face.
Like, just when the word came out last week that, oh yeah, this is in the final stages, it was like, oh shit. A name very familiar to the Chelsea circles. We got Emma Hayes coming back over to the US to take over the national team starting next summer. So she's still gonna finish up the year with Chelsea, even though the way today went, I'm like, all right now.
I mean, that was a host job, so I mean, hey, listen. That ref was giving gifts to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And I'm a Madrid fan, and I was just like, damn, D.
Yeah, the Sales Cup was very interesting, to say the least, today. But yeah, yesterday, Tuesday, the announcement was made, and I said we're this is some big shit, because I don't think people understand, like, we gave Emma Hayes the biggest deal in women's soccer history, and she's making like $1.6 million a year, and right now is a super exciting time, I think, for the women's team. And I mean, of course, we've talked about it off and on. I know y'all covered it on Shea Butter, like, just the amount of talent that's already in the pike and about to come in. I guess the question I have right now is, how much competition are they going to allow Emma to have on this team? Because all this considers, like, of course, we just got out of the World Cup. Technically, we still have the Olympics next summer, so by the time she gets here, like, the Olympics will be right there. But we could really have about an 80% turnover, at least, if you really want to get funky with it.
I do. I want to get funky with it.
I mean, like, what are y'all expecting?
I don't think spots are safe. I don't care who you are. Like, maybe Naomi, maybe. Like, that's about the only short thing I think we got on this team right now.
Yeah, I think that's a smart one. Yeah,
but I think so. It'll be interesting because she's still coaching Chelsea, right? Like, I think if she was coming straight in, it would look a little bit different. Having said that, I don't think she takes the job if she doesn't have a plan. Emma is not a person who does not have a plan, ever. That's not who she is. I was thinking about this the other day. I think, and it looks different because they're different culturally, right? One's American, one's British, one's a black woman, one's a white woman. But I think Emma Hayes and Dawn Staley have a whole lot in common.
I can see that.
Just in terms of what they can coax out of players, right? And the buy-in that they get. Just this unequivocal, like, we will follow you to the ends of the earth. We trust you, and what it takes to get people to trust you, because both don't necessarily play players right away. They're like, listen, I bought you in, but you might not get to ball till year 2. I think of Gura Wrighton, right? She sat on the bench for a year. She could have walked. She was talented enough to walk. And she said, you know what? Okay, I'm going to stay. And she got her turn until she got hurt. Didn't give up that spot again, right? Like, or like, I think of today. I was worried about Niamh Charles playing in Europe. Probably shouldn't have been. Like, she was arguably the best player on the pitch today. That was not, like, no one saw that coming from her. We were all like, Emma, what are you doing making her an outside back? And it took a few years. But my God, when it clicks, like, she's just phenomenal at getting that out of players of all backgrounds. Like, it doesn't seem to matter what she's been able to do with Lauren James and sort of that push and pull relationship that they have. Her going to get me official, because that's what happened. Like, she was like, y'all are wildin'. Like, let me go get this child who's got phenomenal talent and put her at Chelsea, right? Kat Macario's a no-brainer. It's Kat Macario. You take the risk, and she'll take her time getting back. Emma's never going to rush you. But I just think, and she's so good at identifying talent in ways that many other people aren't. Like, again, not a soul thought this was who Niamh Charles could be. Not a soul saw it. Emma saw it. What she's done with Jess Carter, like, revitalizing her. She came with all this hype. She got to Chelsea. Everybody thought she was washed, including many Chelsea fans. And to me, she's one of the best defenders in the world now. Like, I think she's a top 5 center back, like, in the world. I sincerely mean that. So what she's been able to coax out of homegrowns, but also people she's bought in, understanding what she needs, understanding when she messes up, like the Champions League final, like when she just gets out coached. Emma Hayes will rarely get out coached though. And I'm excited because this is the first time we've had a coach who's as big as the players. Emma Hayes is as big as those players. This is going to be interesting.
If not bigger.
If I'm a U.S. player, depending on who I am, I might want to brush up my Indeed profile.
Yeah, you got to start looking for jobs. You got to start looking, and it's time to become a family woman.
Some people got real excited when that news dropped. Some people got a little nervous.
Yeah.
I mean...
And it ain't always who you think it is. No one spot is safe.
Meritocracy,
no
baby.
No one spot is safe.
Meritocracy,
because what
baby.
she's going to do...
is about form.
Like, I don't know if y'all got to watch the other game today. Ajax played PSG. There were 2 Americans starting in that game.
19-year-old, right?
And the better one was the 16-year-old black girl. 16. She was making passes our grown-ass midfielders can't make. Her passing range is actually unfair. Right? And she plays a position where we needed that. Like, and she was bullying PSG at 16. She ain't finished growing yet. Right? And, like, Emma knows where all that American talent abroad is, too. And she'll get the dual nationals. Yeah. Now we might get some dual nationals. Because we weren't getting them before. I could talk about Emma Hayes forever. We will record an episode next week that probably will just talk about Emma Hayes. But I think she fixes a lot of things for us that would otherwise take a really long time to fix. Like, that youth system's not going to get fixed overnight. But because Emma Hayes has had her hands in an academy for a decade, right? She can spot talent. And she knows where it is, not just here, but abroad. She will get players to go abroad and play. I really hope Sophia Smith goes to Europe. I think she needs it. As good as she is. Ooh. I think she needs it. And I think Emma Hayes can talk her into that. You know what I mean?
What you got, guys?
So it's not just because I know people are ready to throw people off the team, but Emma pays attention to form. Mm-hmm. So I don't think we talk enough about how people who have existed in the pool have not gotten an actual chance to get called in because there's been this
hierarchy,
predestined spots on teams. And so you've had people like Crystal Dunn have to play out of place because to get on the team when she's the best midfielder, like, which is stupid. That's the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Or you don't bring in the best defenders, so Crystal Dunn doesn't have to play as a defender. You know, we're not even calling up the best defenders in the pool. Like how badly Casey Kruger and Carson Pickett get treated as fullbacks is crazy shit when you up here struggling and getting cooked, you know, or, you know, not even calling in Sarah Gordon. And now you get me on the midfield, you struggling at the 6 and you ain't called in all these young 6s or fucking 8s because you have a preconceived notion of a midfield and you playing a person on a broke leg, potato leg, when she don't have to come to every camp. So Emma cares about health, but just calling in veterans who, like a Lynn Williams, who we've been bullshitting for years why she couldn't make the team, or other players like Caprice Adasco can't be on the team. We can go down a list of players who have not genuinely been given a shot to actually come on the national team in the pool, who might be older, but still can play. But I think the biggest thing is form. So, you know, she'll yank your ass out of the game in the first half if you look crazy. And I don't think people are ready for that. Because it's literally like 15 minutes in, she might be like, get your ass up out of here. You know, sit you on down. You could be the next young hype. Your ass to be sitting on the bench if you ain't got it together. And also, she cares about health. So, yeah, like even with Lauren James at Manchester United, she was steadily hurt. And then when she got to Chelsea, she sat out for a year. And then, you know, is the phenom that I can see clearly is that when she was at Manchester United, that people were like, why they go get her? Da, 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 da. But she cares about health. And I think that you need that for the national team because we got a lot of broken players. We got a bunch of players who are hurt, who may never play again. And it'd be nice for her to bring that because you don't have to wear players out. The pool's too goddamn deep for this shit. Like it's stupid.
That's the thing that, you know, just in our conversations and just seeing like what's like what and who's out there. And I'm like you said, like there's been this hierarchy of players that it's like, hey, we got to make sure they get in so we can sell these jerseys. We can get this money and we get these tickets sold and everything. And that's good for so long, but at the same time, like especially given how much the game has progressed for other countries, I'm like, you can't just ride on that forever because as you saw in this past World Cup, you got countries that are coming. They're coming hard. And y'all still trying to ride this 2015 wave. I'm like, y'all should have been done with that, honestly, at the last World Cup. And y'all say, no, let's get a couple more drops. Let's ring this out just a little bit more. And that shit fell on their face finally. It's like, dog, like, if we had been proactive after Tokyo, when Lil Mama was running them laps, might have had a shot, you know, in the World Cup.
Did you call her Little Mama?
Yes. No, not old wind sprints. No,
wind sprints. Who didn't want to rinse spin her ass to the end of them crosses?
Yes.
Yeah. I think. Listen, we missed the window. Like the Olympics we should have eaten was the last Olympics. Probably not this Olympics. Having said that, this was the women's Trinidad and Tobago. Like, it's very evident now.
Yeah.
The U.S. Soccer was like, oh, we can't do this again. Like, it can't ever be this again. And it was this because they made choices that weren't good, right? And they lost the plot, and they didn't have an infrastructure to deal with young talent and young people. Which I told them 2 years ago, but no one wanted to listen to me. Cool, whatever. I only work with young people all the time. It's fine. But now they've got somebody who can do that while hopefully they try to fix this very, very broken system. I don't know. I'm just excited. Like, I think she's going to take a look at a lot of players. I think some of those players, you know, will get a look. I think there's players that I can think of now that she'll love. Now, listen, I've been on this journey with Emma for a long time. She will piss you off. She will convert somebody to outside back. I'm not saying it's going to be Midge Purce. I'm not saying it's not. you're gonna get mad at him. Like, she's gonna see things and do things where you're just like, what kind of sense does that make? And it might not pan out for a couple of months, and then one day you'll look up and you'll be like, okay, that's why she did that. And like I said, she's rarely gonna get outcoached. There's not a lot of coaches at her level. So if anything, she's gonna do what Pep does and overthink it. Like, she's far more likely to go galaxy brain than she is to get outcoached. And so that can be frustrating. Like, we're not gonna win every game. And she's gonna try some shit. But it's never going to be boring. We don't have to. It's been miserable watching this national team for the team.
Terrible.
Horrible.
It's been frustrating as shit. And because it got to a point where it was just like, this isn't fun.
It's not.
And it's like, because you see, like, I don't consider myself the biggest women's soccer expert, but at the same time, I feel like I know enough soccer to be like, we could be better than this. We could be so much better than this. And it's not even difficult shit, because it's not like with the men where you're just like, in some spots you probably are thin. Here you're like, you have so much talent available to you that if you actually just looked at it and actually gave it a fair shake, you might be able to uncover some shit. And it's not like you have to dig far. Whereas, like, I just looked at the most recent call-up list up on Wikipedia. And outside of the roster that was called up at the end of last month, in the past year, we've only called up 10 other players. And I'm like, we just have more available. We do. And we're not taking advantage of that. And like I said, I hope to hell, even from in this period where Twyla's still in charge as the interim, like, I'm hoping that Emma just says, hey, call up some new faces. Let's get funky with this shit and just say, hey, let's see who's out there and is ready to step up, because like I said, if they allow her to get funky, Paris could have a real new squad, and just say, you know what, we're not worried about a medal. Just say, hey, we want to get new talent out there, and let's work towards 2027. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
I want to do what Japan did in the She Believes Cup last year, which is like, they won none of those games, but by the end of that third game, they horrified me. Because I was like, they're going to figure that out in time.
They're good.
They're doing something different. And lo and behold, we got to the World Cup, and unfortunate, they had the one bad game at the wrong time. But like, to me, that's the best team in the world. Just in terms of the eyeball test. They do everything well. To me, that's who we're chasing. I know Spain won the World Cup, but they also got their ass whooped 4-0 by Japan. And so I want that. If we don't win a medal, I don't really care. Like, I'm willing to eat the Olympics to get a World Cup. Like, I'm willing to eat the Olympics to right the ship. And I think that's what U.S. Soccer said. Listen, no one's given this federation more grief than me. I'm sure I'm not their favorite person by any stretch of the imagination. But for the first time in a very long time, like, my federation has proven to me,
I said it,
they are serious.
Last year with the men at the Gold Cup, I'm like, call up new guys. Don't worry about the results. Just keep building, and that way, you're gonna have a stronger team by next year, and then by next year you're gonna have a stronger team for 2025, and by 2025 you should have a really strong idea as far as who is your team going in 2026. I mean, just sometimes you guys got to take that step back to make 2 or 3 steps forward, and if you're not doing that, then what the fuck? And it's a very exciting time. And of course, the one question that, of course, I end up having from all this is, we allowed the women's side to really do their due diligence as far as who would become their next head coach. Because even before, Emma's name really came out, you were looking at Laura Harvey, or Rain. You're looking at the Gustafson from Australia. I don't know where that dude from Juventus came from. I guess he had a good phone interview and just said, "Hey, okay, not bad." But Of course, on the men's side, we're back with old Triple OG, and I'm just like, what if we and Birdie told me that the reason why he is back is because the senior players, they asked for him to come back, and this is where I'm like, if you have a plan, you tell those guys to shut up and say, hey, let us cook. Let us cook.
Because the women weren't consulted, really. Like, they were kept Becky's like, because she's the captain, she's like, I was kept abreast, but they didn't really ask, right?
I'm like,
it's also
like, what if we had said, okay, like we managed to get, let's say we actually did get Patrick Vieira. Are you going to tell me that you would rather have Berhalter over him? Make it make sense.
Right. And I think, listen, I also just assumed nobody else wanted the job. And that was my fear with the women's team. Like, more than anything, right? Like, yes, Emma and Greg will make the same, and potentially Emma might make more, because I think, like, there's performance bonuses and other stuff tied into that. Which I probably almost sure Emma will make more. Just for the nature of where the teams are. But, like, to me, more than anything, and I think besides playing terrible football, what I was really frustrated about was, like, is our Fed going to fight back? Right? The world is saying, like, y'all ain't it no more. And you not really proving them wrong. This is a fucking
Hoes mad!
This is the U.S. being like...
Shout out to Connor, man.
Rumors of our demise have been greatly exaggerated.
Hoes mad!
Like, hold on. Hoes mad! Oh, and they're very mad. They're very mad because we nailed it. We got the best coach in the world that's available right now, right?
Nope.
And to my Brits, I would say, listen, we tried to take Serena off your hands. We tried. Your Fed said they weren't letting her go, and they weren't going to pay her.
And that's the thing. It's like...
And we said, say less. We'll go get the other one from England then. That's fine.
I don't know if the men's players didn't trust the Fed, or like I said, they just decided, hey, we're going to take control of this. Which, honestly, I don't like that. Just the fact that they had that much say. I'm just like, yeah, like, like you said, like with Becky Sovereign, like keep them abreast, but like, hey, y'all cook, and because like I said, you might have had somebody bigger in play that all of a sudden, U.S. agent decides, hey, I want Berhalter back, and all of a sudden you're back with Berhalter. I'm just like, nah, I'm like, this is what you get paid to do, and you got these new guys, you got Gooch, you got Crocker in place. I'm like, hey, do let them do their job, and because I know, like, I know Marsh was apparently highly favored, and they just said, no, let's go, let's keep what we had. Because like I just like the confidence that y'all have with Emma Hayes is very warranted, because I feel like she's good enough to where she'll get us back to where you want to be. Whereas I think with Berhalter, you're like, maybe a quarterfinal in 2026, maybe. And the funny thing about that is, because like you said, like, I think a lot of people are worried that this job isn't attractive, and the thing about it is not because of the talent that's there. Because I think in both the men and the women's case, I'm like, y'all don't know how big this pool is about to be, especially for the men's. I'm like, we did an interview that I'll probably get into in Two Up, Two Down, but like, I was thinking about this last week, and I'm like, people are talking about 2026 and for valid reason, but the way this pool is going, 2030 is actually going to be stupid scary, because you have
just, I think, from being at home,
Copa America coming next year. Obviously, you'll have another Gold Cup. You'll have about 2 or 3 Gold Cups. You'll have the Olympics next year to test out new talent. You'll have the Olympics in 2028 in LA to build more talent. I'm like, 2030, if we don't fuck that shit up,
This is the most talented men's team we've had.
And of course, granted, we got to apparently hop through about 4 different continents for the next couple World Cups, but we'll get to that soon enough. But we got some shit cooking, but you got you got to get serious. And I'm like, the women showed they were serious. I'm like, we're kind of cool at what we got. I'm like, nah, y'all can be better. We can do better here. We can. Like, we absolutely can. And the women showed that. I'm just waiting for the men to show, like, hey, you actually can get serious. But
yeah, that's like because I mean, Emma Hayes is like flex. Because who can tell Emma Hayes nah? Who in the pool can be like, nope?
No, and I think, listen, I also think if Emma Hayes is taking this job, she's not taking it without pretty much complete control over that roster, like training, tactics, like she's running that show. Like she'll obviously consult with Crocker and probably Gooch, right? Who I think is basically sporting director for US Soccer right now.
For at least for the men, I don't know if they've replaced Kate yet.
From the men's side, right? So I don't even know what. Yeah, so and I don't think they will. And I think getting Emma Hayes means they don't have to, right? She can do that, and it will be her only job. Emma Hayes, she said it in her press conference this week. Like, she's driven 4 hours every day, 6 days a week to work at Chelsea, right? It is a quality of life decision for her too. She has a 5-year-old son she wants to see more and spend more time with, and a national team job allows her that. And this is probably the most challenging job available right now. My suspicion is she saw the second half of that last game and she was like, I could work with that. Like, she saw Thompson and Fischel and Shaw and was like, okay, I can make it work. Like, I can make that shape. If y'all are serious, they made an offer saying,
you like, I dare you to refuse this. I dare you.
Right. But they gave her everything she needed, right? Like, she gets to start in May. She gets to finish out her tenure at Chelsea. That's how I know US Soccer was like, okay, we're going to get out of the way. Because clearly our decision making ain't it. It's not getting us where we need to go. We will make this hire, work with her, but this is her show, right? And it's through 27, right? So we're giving her a cycle, plus an Olympics. And I think she'll be fine. I think we'll get through that cycle and she'll renew. My suspicion is she probably at least wants to get her kid to high school, like, and then she can make different choices. But yeah, like, so she's here for a while and she can really scout and dig in and build a culture, because that's what she's done at Chelsea. And we've lost some of that culture. Not in the way 10 says we've lost it, but I agree. Like, I think there needs to be a cultural reset, particularly because the players coming up don't look like the players that came before them. That's real. And we've been screaming that from the rooftop for years. And so I think she has that rapport with players of color. I think she's willing to listen and move accordingly. And I think she just is very good at her job and will have the trust of that talent. And if Emma Hayes does her job well, we ballin'. Might not win everything. We gonna win a lot. And those players are gonna get to play real free. Now imagine what it looks like when Trinity Rodman's playing free, when Alyssa's playing free, when Jaden's playing free, when Gamaria's playing free. Like, now the world is caught up. We can still go another level.
Even if you don't win everything, you still want to be in a situation where it's like, you still got to go through us. You still got to go through us. And I think that just the way that Vlatko and friends were rolling, it's like, you just knew it was like, by the time you got to Australia, you're like, you really think like it's gonna be that hard. And the thing about it was that during the group stage, it was like, this does not look good at all. It's like, who was it? The first game was it? No, it wasn't Thailand. No, the first game. You talking
about the last game in the group stage?
It was like
Portugal.
That's
Vietnam.
Like course, during the last World Cup when we had that 13-0 win, it's like, you're like, how do we go from that to like just barely beating Vietnam 3-0? Like that should have been like, you're just like, that red flag should have been as big as the whole country of Vietnam. Like, nah, like there are problems, and
yeah. And the truth is, we used up all our luck getting out of that group stage because Portugal hit the post, right? Like, Portugal outplayed us in that game. Like, I felt bad for Portugal in that game. They deserve that win. They played that game well.
None.
And Portugal has ballers. Like, don't get it twisted. They're coming too. No one's scared of us anymore. I just want people to be a little bit scared of us. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Fuck all that. I want Emma to have us out here dropping 10 on England.
Oh.
17.
You know the first time we play England, she gonna ooh.
I want bicycle kicks and knocking Lucy Bronze into the net.
I want to redo in Wembley with Emma Hayes as my coach.
Woo! Give it to me.
That's what I want. I want to redo. I'm trying to see something. Go ahead and put Mary Earps in that goal real quick. I'm trying to see something.
Should be, yeah. Her and Lucy Bronze would be inside the goal.
That'd be good money. That'd be good money. So by the time that we get to Paris next year, I am very, very, very intrigued as far as where this squad will be. Because again, even if we don't win, I just want to see that roster. Because, like I said, I want to see how funky they gonna let her get. Because I'm like, buddy.
I think they're desperate enough to let her get as funky as she needs to. That's sort of where I've landed. Like, she's very much, they're like, listen, we can't have it. We can't have what we had in this summer. Like, it can't be that.
Like, hell, even in the last window, they didn't pack out Utah. Which at first we were like, okay, it's Wednesday, Thursday, maybe. But that's not how it usually works. Normally Utah's packed. Then they didn't pack out San Diego. And that was the red flag.
Yeah, I was there and they hit, what, 15K?
And that's a national team game.
And that was on a Sunday. That was 2:30 on a Sunday in San Diego with Alex Morgan, Naomi Gurman.
That's a national team game. They couldn't get more than the club.
Pack it out.
So yeah.
Nobody wants to see it. Some people didn't come because the other team superstar wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was sad I didn't get to see Linda Caicedo.
Who's the person in the shadow?
Me?
No, who's the person in the shadow with the Royals video?
Oh, it's Clough.
Okay.
It was not Hash.
Wait, there still is time. DT, but DC isn't protected.
Yeah, she's not a free agent though. She's definitely not a free agent. The expansion. Listen, bro. The expansion draft with free agency and the salary cap's gonna jump up because of TV deals. Plus, it might jump up. Like, I think it's a little more than $1 million. So, like,
you know what?
It's about to get real. It's about to get real out here, man.
I hope that NWSL does some better shit with their money, because like I'm still waiting to see the supposed increased spending that was supposed to come with the new Apple deal, with the new Adidas deal. I'm like, that there was enough money there to where there should be the cap should be a whole lot bigger, and it just hadn't happened yet. But like I said, we haven't even really gotten to the, as Sky would call it, the men's SL. But
that's happening too.
No, because let me get it. Hold that thought. I just want to give a quick shout out to DJ EU. He's the stadium DJ at the Benz that does the Atlanta United games. We had the good fortune of doing a name set project for him and his crew recently. He actually, it was actually a surprise for his homies. Basically shouting out all the countries that they all come from. I think it was Puerto Rico, Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, and Panama. and just did a 404 name sets. Like it was pretty fun to do, and shout out for him to supporting the brand and everything. He happened to see. I posted like a picture one night of this other Puerto Rican name set that we did, and he was like he was all over that, and yes, so definitely rock with the brand and everything. And of course, if you need that too, of course, we're here at Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Make sure you get your jerseys hooked up with your boys at FTC UTD at ftcutd.com/shop. Get your name stats, get your shirts, and also, of course, Thanksgiving's coming next week. That means Black Friday's coming next week, which means Black Friday sale. So make sure you get that.
Is it Blackness?
I do believe we actually even have
what's the code?
Promo code.
Is it Blackness?
Check that out, TK. We're actually doing some things.
Is it called?
Wow. Is it Blackness?
Nougas, oh God. Oh,
you're supposed to tell them how to spell it.
Noogas.
Yes.
Well, no, it's just
it is Culture 10.
Spell it how you want to spell it.
10% off all orders on. And let's actually just do it more than Black Friday.
Cyber Monday too.
All through the weekend.
Cyber Monday.
So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right.
And we'll see about Cyber Monday. We might have to turn up the heat a little bit on Cyber Monday to say, but at least Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
It'll cover y'all West Coasters. So Sky and all of her 11 team shirts. Trust me. Like,
hey, this is some name sets, man.
She got some requests coming.
You just got the T-Grays one, which
no,
honestly,
it's just that too.
Came out really good. We those came out really good.
Me too, Sky. I don't know how you get yours. Jerseys. Like all mine get lost in the line.
You get all your jerseys done, but
you got some customers to work with here, Greggo.
See, Sky's got like 1,100 requests, so you just gotta make sure you filter them in all accordingly. But yes, for hers and for y'all's, go to ftcutd.com/shop. And again, starting on Black Friday, use the promo code Culture10, and you get 10% off on everything up in there. So, and we're gonna have some new stuff up in there because it's been a minute since we've done some new merch. It's time for some new merch, and we have some new Legends hoodies, which we haven't done in a hot minute.
Yes,
what if there's like a Culture 50? That's fine.
Let it be. Let's go force it in.
Hoodies cost too much for all that.
It's gonna be an era.
Never let her in the back.
Yeah.
Culture 10.
Yes, Culture 10. We got your backs on that. So I know y'all typically don't keep up with the men's SL, but I don't know if y'all just happen to.
I've been watching, actually.
I've been watching that nonsense.
So
y'all playing tournament round? Y'all playing playoff round robin?
So it doesn't make sense to y'all either, right? So like the last round it just finished up. They just did the best of 3, which
wow,
it's just money. They
got to pay Messi.
Yeah, like is y'all broke? What the hell nah. Okay, so then don't sign no rich women. Nah, Beerman, don't you do it? I'm not doing this shit. I'm not sitting through 50 billion playoff games. Go ahead.
Because here's the deal, right? So like the home team here, we just got eliminated. We were playing our main man Ty's crew this past round, and the first 2 games, there was a total of 4 goals scored by both sides. And I was like, you could have just easily just said, "Hey, you're tied on aggregate
penalty kicks."
Yes, 2 games. That's 2 games. Yeah. Equal goals, penalties.
That's drama.
Yeah, there you go. But no, we gotta go one more game where we end up getting smoked up in Columbus on a Sunday night in Columbus. I'm like, dog, like
by our old player too, former player. Hurts.
2 of them.
Oh, dang.
I'm
That's
like,
tough.
No character. Cold world, no snake.
Celebrated with warm embraces.
I'm hoping to get real cold on Guzan because I'm so.
No, we can't. Greggo, no.
And I
I didn't
know
realize he was still there, my friend. Okay. All right.
But yeah, so like right now we're halfway through the playoffs. So like, of course,
What?
you gotta have
Halfway.
Yeah, like so, like there's an international break coming on right now. So like we're not coming back up until like basically like right after Thanksgiving, and
Hell no.
and of course the now is back to one leg knockout. So I'm like, again,
What was the point? Wow.
But let's see, like who's left
That's
up
a great
here?
question.
We got out west. We got Houston and Sporting Kansas City. Do y'all remember when Sporting Kansas City couldn't even win a game earlier in the year? Like it took them like 2 months to win a game, and they're 2 games away from MLS Cup. Again,
They said playing your rivals changes things, man.
yo,
Nacho in here.
like you want to talk about losing Bill's character? I'm like, shout out to St. Louis for their great first season, but yeah, losing to Kansas City, that's just cold blooded. But so yeah, we got Houston, Sporting Kansas City. Then we got Seattle, LAFC, which seems to just be eternal at this point.
Yep.
And then out east, we have Cincinnati and Philly, and Orlando faces Columbus. Columbus beat Orlando. That's really all I got to say there. I don't know if y'all heard about the situation with Cincinnati, where their captain Matt Biazga apparently tried to bust in on the refs and shit.
And he defender of the year, Matt
Former
Miazga?
Chelsea player, Matt Miazga.
That's wild.
Yeah.
We don't know where he was on January 6th, Matt Miazga?
That's hilarious.
That's the one. That's the one. And they still haven't even ruled yet because the story is out there, but they still have yet to rule as far as like your ass should be suspended, all things considered, because you just busting in on refs and shit. Like that's supposed to be red card and then some. But I guess they're still investigating where he was on January 6th, and also Kai Wagner with Philly. Apparently he had a racism incident too, and are we still waiting to hear back from that too? I'm that's
is that the dude who said something to Bobby? He got suspended.
Yeah.
He admitted it. He admitted
how
it.
many times has this happened?
So
too many.
MLS.
Too many. And at every level too, right? Like you had the Monterey Bay one and stuff like that. Like it's too prevalent in this sport at the highest levels in this country. Whatever you feel about MLS.
We're
at a
supposed
time
to be the
when
good
you're
guys.
trying to
We're
say
supposed to be the white hats, as they say. It's supposed to be the white hats, allegedly.
in a time when you're trying to grow it off the back of Messi, which is a short term, I think, way to do this.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's short sighted. So yeah, like they've got some very real stuff. Listen, I'm a Sounders fan when they are good. But I often think MLS is just a money laundering front.
Coming to the A.
I'm not gonna say she's wrong.
Is there a lot of?
Yeah.
I mean, all I know is that
it
feels like your cousin that sells Herbalife, and you're just like,
shit. Because y'all are playing Herbalife round robin, masquerading at a playoff game. This don't make no goddamn sense. Y'all playing $50 billion game? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, we keeping our heads above water somehow, I guess. But it's like once we get back from this international break, we'll wrap this thing up and
you get 2 weeks of vacation and come back again.
For the teams who didn't,
I guess,
play in the playoffs, all four.
Oh, they in Cancun. 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Hey, there you go. 1, 2, 3,
Cancun. James Harden, what's up? But yeah, let's do we have anything else? I mean, like I said, I'm not getting up into this Nations League shit because it's Nation League. I mean, come on now. But
that's good.
But I think that's it. Let's hop up in here in this 2 up and 2 down. Thundercat, what you got, man?
2 up, 2 down. On the back of busy season, I don't know if this is an up or down. I guess I'm confused with life right now. I guess I don't know. Things aren't horrible, so that's an up. Excited for the holidays. So yeah, we'll be bringing lots of joy to the kids' faces. That's what it's all about.
Little Brody had a birthday.
Yeah, man. I really don't know. Honestly, I don't really feel like I have any downs. Honestly, I know there is like a war and things going on.
Do you want to talk about last week? Or
that's
you
an up in terms of like globally, but from a personal level. Yeah, we move.
Dynamite content.
Okay.
Hey.
Skyzophine Dolores Jordan.
What the fuck? Absolutely not.
There we go.
No, that is not my name.
That's amazing.
I'm not about to do that.
My auntie.
Let's start with downs.
A full backstory. Trust me, like I said, we got
making up shit during the Olympics. I got people calling me Skyzophine in the fucking streets and shit.
It's amazing.
Is that why you got the look from what's the face?
If I knew nothing else, the fact that just came, so spur of the moment. Like if y'all ever get a chance to just go through the watch-alongs during the Women's World Cup and catch that moment, the chat went off on that one.
It was great.
And still ain't changed her display name. Fuck you.
I will never. There's no reason to change it right now. I will change it when it's time to change it.
Sky Hustle, because I apparently sound like Nipsey Hussle. Anyway, let's see. Let's start with downs. So the man that is the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons continues to trot out bullshit weekly, and I just want the organization to do better. It's a fucking bye week. Please fire that man. He's up here.
Ain't you not talking about
Arthur Smith, Mr. FedEx. He need to go to FedEx. Like, please deliver us from this shit.
Whoa!
It's
for
bad
those of y'all that don't know, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons is Arthur Smith. His dad founded FedEx, so he's rolling in that kind of money.
Why is he coaching? Because he can't coach. He need to go.
Isn't that conflict of interest? I have questions now.
It need to be whatever it takes. Get that shit off the field.
It's good. Atlanta's a UPS city. That's FedEx is Memphis.
So get his ass, send him to Memphis. In they don't got a football. Oh well, get him out of here.
That's where he came from. He came from Tennessee.
Nah, because he needs to go. Because he gonna fuck around and try to sign Ryan Tannehill, and then I'm about to do violent things. Anyway, please get him out. I'm tired of it. It's bad football. He can't offensive coordinate. If I see one more person who understands football offensively have to go, what is Arthur Smith doing? Because look, Desmond Ridder, he can't throw NFL passes yet. That's neither here nor there. But it's bad football. We deserve better. They literally, if I'm on the defense, I'd be ready to box him weekly. Because they're literally a top 10 defense that's probably, they might even miss the playoffs. I can't believe this shit. Anyway, okay, that's my one down. My other down is, I don't know, the weather. Not even. I don't care.
Did it rain in San Diego?
No. The who?
Didn't it rain in San Diego?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
No, it was dust. My hair was full of sand. That made me react. But oh yeah, whatever the pollen is, it's terrible. Then ups. I feel way better. They figured out what was wrong with me post gallbladder surgery. And then I don't know. Yay for life. There we go. That's all I got.
That's what's up. Miss Sylvia. Miss Sylves. First of all, because again, it's been a minute since we had y'all on the show. I just want to say shout out to Shea Butter and the work that y'all did up in out the Women's World Cup. The fact that y'all, first of all, that fundraiser, fuck, that was absolutely insane. And then, like I said, the fact that y'all did y'all thing out there, I know there's a little bit some hiccups and everything, and I hope that experience just, only makes Shea Butter stronger. But I just wanted to let y'all know directly while I got y'all on camera.
Well, we got it. We're
audio.
recording.
Shout out to y'all for that. And I hope that at some point, Silves, that you catch up on all the sleep, because again, since August, you just been on all the time zones. So yeah,
appreciate that.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like y'all literally been here since the beginning. So more room to grow. Really excited to do that. Felt good about this weekend. So hopefully things keep moving forward and we can really take Shea Butter where we want to in 2024. I promise y'all we're working so hard behind the scenes trying to make everything shape, like for real. And so yeah, we feel the love and support from our day ones and our new people alike. So and we care about this game. So like that's real. 2 up, 2 down. I guess I'll go downs first. Like, listen, I'm not gonna get super political here, but it can't be what it is right now. Happening both Congo, Middle East, Sudan, like everywhere else. And I shouldn't say Middle East. I should say specifically Palestine. We're talking about Gaza. To me, a ceasefire makes a whole lot of sense. Like, there's just too many people, babies dying unnecessarily who didn't do anything wrong. Too many protesters getting hit in the face right now. And we just need a minute. The world's gone mad. We just need a minute to breathe. And so, yeah, just my heart is sad. I try to snatch joy where I can these days, but it's really hard to watch the news. It's really hard to see what's going on in the world. We have to anyway, but it's real out here, and it's just making both Islamophobia and the anti-Semitism that much worse. And so, solidarity to all those people who are trying to fight for their existence. So that's one. Speaking of fighting for, and I guess this is more of an up than a down, but I mean, since the last time we recorded, there's both been strikes and strikes that have ended. So it feels like a real interesting time where like the labor is taking their shit back. And so whatever level that might be at. And so, I come from a very strong union family, generations deep. We don't play about unions. And so I will always be pro-union and support. And so I just love seeing the labor, the workers really take their rights back and put this fight out here and hold these people to the fire and get the minimum they deserve. They deserve more, but to be able to fight and get those things, it's been beautiful to see over the past 6 to 8 months. And as it continues to go. So that's a down that they have to do it, but an up that they've been able to accomplish that. My up is just there's really good football on right now. Women's Champions League kicked off this week. We had some doozies. There's talent all around. If you want to find it, if you're a sicko like me, you're probably also watching like Liga Meki Fem. I can't get the Japanese league yet, but if I could, I would watch it. And some of the other individual leagues in Europe as well. So there's so much women's football to consume on a weekly basis, even with the NWSL out of season right now. And honestly, like we talked about it, but I'm actually giddy about Emma Hayes. Like I can't remember the last time I smiled about this national team. It's probably that goal that didn't count against Mexico. Like that's probably the last time I truly felt joy watching this team. And so I'm just excited to be happy again. Oh. This team means something to me. I'm a child of the 99ers. Like this team means something to me. And so I'm excited to see what it looks like. And I'm excited to see what it looks like with a whole bunch of players that look like us for the first time ever. So let's go. New era. Hoes mad.
Hoes mad.
Let's go.
Oh man. No, I mean it's been a good minute since I think just the level of positivity towards this team has been up, for just various reasons. But like, I feel like this one's been like, oh shit, things are looking up. So again, pin this episode. I think it's 190, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
That's right.
By the Olympics, I'm hyped to see what this roster looks like. So stay tuned on that. So it's been a minute since we've been on. You know, life has been life like a motherfucker. I got a little bit older. Devin got a little bit older. TK's son got a little bit older. You know, like we out here doing things.
They're a couple days apart.
Let's go with the downs. No, we're coming up on Thanksgiving, and it looks like we're at risk of having a government shutdown going into Thanksgiving. You know, shout out to all the federal workers who are at risk of losing checks, you know, going into the holidays. So hopefully, we know how Congress, we know how much full of shit that whole process is. So hopefully, you know, we get something that's actually real, so that way everybody can keep on working, because everybody try to get the G.I. Joe planes for the holidays, for Christmas. So, you know, make sure that's good to go. My other down is the team that I still claim, the one that Skyzophine does not claim because she's a free agent on so many sides. Man United.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not claiming that shit.
Who would?
Whew.
Who would?
The women?
Neither.
Well, the women are looking.
Women are better.
Yeah, but yeah, the men. It's funny to me, like how, like, for as promising as last year went, this year's been looking like straight up ass, and like, of course, we're on the verge of the news of Sir Jim Ratcliffe taking like 25% of the team. The Qatar people, they dipped out a couple months back, so that left Jim Ratcliffe to, you know, get his little bit of peace. But apparently, he's going to be taking over the day-to-day operations. So Richard Arnold's just stepped down as the chief executive. So I am mildly curious, but at the same time, I'm like, if nothing else, it's just clear that the Glazers, they need to be as far away from this shit as possible. So hopefully, Sir Radcliffe can sprinkle whatever fairy dust needs to be done to get things right. Because right now things look like shit in the half. As far as the ups go, my Raiders. We finally got that clown McDaniels. That dude's out the way. And for those of y'all and also they got rid of the GM as well. And in their place, like, we got black head coach in Antonio Pierce. We got black GM. I forgot his name. Of course, we still got the black president, black lady that's president. I'm like, the melanin is in charge of the Raiders. Of course, we still got Mark with that damn haircut. You know, his barber still got a job. But if nothing else, you know, we at least trying to do some things. We don't won 2 straight. I mean, it's better than the Falcons right now. So, hey, I'll take it. So, and then have y'all been enjoying this in-season tournament, the NBA Cup? Are y'all enjoying these courts?
I mean, the girls are fighting yesterday, so yeah.
Listen, Drake, somebody sent me I saw a tweet earlier as far as all of Draymond's goonery over the years. I'm like, dog, like, the fact that nobody's just straight yoked him yet is an absolute miracle, because that dude's got away with so much shit.
Well, he about to lose $750,000.
He's suspended 5 games, right? Yeah, he's suspended for 5.
Honestly, I'm surprised there's only 5 games. I'm like, dog, like, you straight dragged Rudy Gobert. Dragged him.
Rudy ain't even, like, listen, I too would probably want to punch Rudy Gobert at some point. Like, he's a punchable dude. I get it.
Yeah.
That dude won't even doing nothing that time. Draymond was just I've been waiting my whole life.
Because they weren't even the original fight. The original fight was Klay Thompson and the other Brody from Minnesota. Yeah. And he was just trying to get Klay off a dude. And Draymond just went straight red and just said, "Oh, you want my homie?" And just like yoked him. And mind you, like Draymond's like 6'7" Rudy Gobert's like a good 7'1". So you had to get up there to yank him down and drag him down and then pull him away. It's like, oh no, you coming with me. Like I'm like, dog, like that whole thing was just absolute madness. And the fact that he only got 5 games, honestly, I feel like he got lucky because that shit looked bad.
Yeah. And he gets lucky quite a bit, actually. Save for that one final.
Nobody's yoked him yet. Nobody's yeeted him yet.
Never mind the fact that he definitely, like him and Chris Paul, definitely be kicking people in the inseam. That's like the all-star inseam kickers right there. Yes. Rudy Gobert got the, you know that meme that's like the worst person you know made a point?
Yeah.
When he was like, he knew Draymond was going to get ejected from that game because he don't play without stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, that's not a bad. He got a point.
And Yogi had he tweeted something last night about it, and it's actually really funny because of course everybody has all these different angles of the fight, and the one that Yogi posted about was, I guess they had to focus on Steve Kerr, and it's like Steve Kerr already knew before anybody else did that Draymond was like, oh, he doesn't snap, so let me get him out of here. And and of course, Steph, he wasn't even playing last night. He's looking around like I don't know what y'all doing, but I'm about to be over here. But it's absolute madness, and we're trying to make these games, this in-season tournament, mean something. We got these crazy ass courts. I don't know what they were thinking here, because You need it makes you appreciate just a nice wood stain on a basketball court, because when the court is just full red like it is in Chicago, that's a lot. It's a whole lot, and that's going to take some getting used to. So we'll see. We've got another few weeks, and then the semifinals and finals are up in Vegas. It's funny because I actually got back when I used to get NBA emails, they were sitting fan doing market research. This had to have been 6 or 7 years ago. So they've been planning this for a hot minute because they wanted to have something that's kind of similar to the Champions League. And the original idea actually would have had European teams come over and play in the tournament as well. And I guess obviously for obvious schedule conflict, they couldn't make that work, at least not yet. So this is it's an interesting idea. We'll see if it actually catches on, because it's still they still technically count as regular season games, but they still play into this cup tournament. So
it's like the Commissioner's Cup in the WNBA, which has actually been the test.
So we'll see how this all shakes out, and we'll go from there. Last but not least, that's a bonus. I don't know if y'all saw that dude from that kid from the Texas Southern Band who punched that dude and kept on playing. Yo, you don't play with no tuba guy. You don't play with them when they're playing.
My daddy was a tuba man.
He's just yes,
they are nut job. They are not well.
Back to playing, so.
They're unhinged people.
The kid should have known better. He should have known better, because tuba players don't play. So.
They wild boys, man. That's not who you want. But that's not what you want.
Any closing thoughts? Good thunder.
The global up. We had
last week.
Be careful how you word it, I guess. But
yeah. We did some things with a certain Czech people. I still don't even know how we managed to how we got this lined up. It was a pretty dope interview. Y'all saw the pictures that we took. That was just our pictures, but they took some B-roll stuff outside the hotel last week. But it was a pretty dope experience. And shout out to Haley and Caitlin and for taking the time to talk with us and everything. And again, I'm going to repeat what I told y'all last week. Alternate your stripes with the USA kids. You'll have some money. That's all I'm saying. But there'll be more. Just I don't know when, because like I said, this shit just came out random. So we gave shout to Durango. She gave shout to the Shea Butter. The whole team. So again, like hopefully whatever this does end up out there, we'll be able to let y'all know about it and go from there. But that's all we got. Hopefully you guys have a great Thanksgiving. You get your turkeys from Nino Brown, give back to the communities and everything. Y'all enjoy these international games the next week or so, and then we'll probably be back to wrap up the MLS playoffs. Conversations will continue though on the socials of the FTC.
UTD.
We're gonna line it up during post day. Just so y'all know.
Good. All right. It's been a minute.
But Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Threads is almost functional now. So we're gonna do some more stuff there.
You can link to it. What a feature.
Yeah. But FTC UTD Pod on TikTok. Of course, make sure you follow the latest at Shea Butter FC on all their socials. 2 Cents FC and all their socials. The whole team, the whole squad. Shout out to everybody. It's been a minute since we've been doing this shit. Like I said, we still cooking. Everything's everything. Like we still out here, just we in the labs and shit. So stick with us.
Is the Shea Butter FC TV coming on still?
Y'all putting some sponsorship money on it?
Oh, you mean the watch? The watch?
Yeah, absolutely. SheaButterFC.tv. What you need sponsors?
What the NWSL, like are we doing anything with Tigres?
Not at the moment, but stay posted for the drafts.
If Sky's video is stuck, or is she just looking at this all crazy?
Yeah, she's not stuck. Stay tuned for both the drafts. The expansion draft will be virtual, obviously. The entry drafts to be determined, but we should be there in person.
But yeah, we will see y'all in a couple of weeks. Again, fried turkey, y'all.
Make sure you dry it first, please. Thank you.
Coach is real. The coach is everywhere.
Oh yeah, you gotta
don't
thaw
do frozen turkey.
Dry it before you.
Yeah, do it outside
and not in the fryer.
Or have Popeyes do it for you.
Yo, yeah, that's actually not the worst idea. I might do something with Copeland's place. So listen, if you can, just order it.
Let somebody cook your turkey for you if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Do that. Enjoy y'all's holiday. We will see y'all soon. And we out.
FTC UTD.